to Rwanda, followed by Uruguay.
Thank you, Chair. I'm honored to read this statement on behalf of 85 countries. We stand in solidarity with the vast majority of INC member states working constructively to find common ground and to conclude an urgently needed effective treaty. We have made much needed progress on a range of issues that will be critical for the treaty to achieve its goal of protecting human health and the environment from the adverse effects of plastic pollution. However, we voice our strong concerns about ongoing calls by a small group of countries to remove binding provisions from the text that are indispensable for the treaty to be effective. Ambition must be reflected throughout the treaty, covering binding provisions and support provided. The treaty must, 1, include a requirement of the Conference of the Parties to adopt at its first session and annex a global target to reduce the production of primary plastic polymers to sustainable levels. 2, establish a clear and legally binding obligation to phase out the most harmful plastic products and chemicals of concern in plastics. 3, provide ambitious and effective means of implementation, including technical assistance and timely, accessible, predictable, and adequate financing from all sources of recipient developing countries, in particular, the least developed countries and small island developing states. 4, enable future development, including by adopting new annexes or amending texting annexes through a regular UN procedure for decision-making if all efforts of consensus have been exhausted. A treaty that lacks these elements and only relies on voluntary measures would not be acceptable. Those most affected by plastic pollution must be supported in the development of inclusive and equitable pathways forward. A just transition is critical to the success of this treaty, ensuring that no one is left behind. We are operating under a clear mandate from the UN Environment Assembly, a mandate fully supported by all INC members. It is time we take it seriously and negotiate a treaty that is fit for purpose and not built to fail. We call on all INC members to seize this historic opportunity for an ambitious and effective treaty that demonstrates our collective resolve to end plastic pollution for the benefit of current and future generations. With this, Chair, I invite everyone who supports this statement to stand up for ambition.
I thank you. I thank you, distinguished delegates.